But let's talk about AI, and specifically, I want to talk about Chat GPT. You must have heard of Chat GPT. It's this AI bot that you can speak to. You can tell some really complex problems. It can write essays for you. It can write code for you. It can solve complex stuff. It can write copy for you. It can write ads. Bro, this thing is amazing. But with every new technological advancements, you need to be careful, especially technological advancements that makes our lives easier. Right? With this advancement, let's talk about Google, right? It was a technological advancement that made our lives easy. And so, yes, there were negative consequences of that. People these days are just like, yeah, I don't know this. Let me just Google and get the answer in like 2 seconds. And I'm not saying that's bad, but that reinforces a behavior in our brain that everything is quick, everything is instantaneous. There's no struggle. We get information like this. And I Google myself. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I want to make a point here. And the point is that now Chat GPT is out. And with Chat GPT, this takes Google to another level. Right? With Google, let's say I have a research essay, a research paper that I want to write about World War II. Essentially, in the past, you would need to search up some articles, you would need to read a bunch of things, analyze, have some critical thinking, right? Keyword, critical thinking, to analyze and piece together information and then form some sort of opinion or essay for your school paper, for example. But now with ChatGPT, you don't have that. I could tell ChatGPT to make an essay about World War II, specifically in the context of a Holocaust survivor who went through this, who did that, and their name is John, whatever, and they look like this, and describe them and make a story out of it. Bro, it could do that, and that is what's frightening. It's not only that it can do those types of things, but what's frightening here, this is a self-improvement channel, so I want to take in the angle of self-improvement, of our mental health. What is frightening is that this will ruin, our mental health, and it'll ruin even more our attention spans, because it'll just further highlight this kind of notion and idea in our head that everything is quick, everything is instantaneous. We don't need to learn, we don't need to analyze, we don't need critical thinking, because I could just rely on this bot to write my homework for me, to solve all my problems. I'm basically outsourcing part of my brain to an AI. And I know it sounds far-fetched, but that's basically what it is. And once you rely on these things so much, and that is the danger here, we rely on these things, on technology, specifically this type of technology that makes our life so easy, our life so easy. Once we rely on that to such a high extent, then that is where it gets dangerous. Because I'm telling you, the future of children, the future of education is scary. Because people won't need to learn anymore, because everything is on ChatGPT, everything is on the future chatbot that will be around, that can answer all your questions and is better than any teacher and is better than anyone, any Google. That is what I'm scared of. It's not, like, technology is amazing. I'm a computer science major. I love technology. But I'm just saying there is some negatives of it. There are quite a lot of negatives. And the angle of what I'm trying to take is, it'll ruin our attention spans even more. You thought Instagram was going to ruin your attention span? You thought TikTok? Of course they are. But this is also going to ruin our attention spans, because now, once we live with this technology for 5 years, we'll get so used to it that who wants to read a book? Who wants to read a book and learn some knowledge about this topic? Who wants to have critical thinking where we can just let this bot do all the critical thinking for us and analyze this complex problem? That is what I'm afraid of. And it's not even far-fetched. A lot of people, whether they'll admit it or not, are using this bot right now and are basically using it as the other half of their brain. And I don't think we should be dependent on these types of technologies. Because as I said, once we get so reliant on this, we won't have that need or even want or desire to think for ourselves, to want to do research, to want to take time to find out about a topic, to learn, to be genuinely interested in stuff. It'll just make us more lazy, I think, in the end as human beings. And that is what is scary. And so I just want you to keep your eyes open. I thought this was an interesting topic to speak about because a lot of people are talking about this in the news, like how amazing this Chat GPT is. I know it's amazing. I told you it is. But you have to keep your eyes open because to every new technological advancement that makes your life easy. For example, Instagram, right? It makes your life easy. We can now communicate with friends. We can post pictures. It's amazing. Or even YouTube. All these things have negative implications. So you have to decide and open your eyes and be like, yeah, I need to be aware of these things because they're coming. And so this is just the angle of you have to watch out because if you rely on these technologies way too much, then it will hurt you. And so with every easy thing comes negative implications. So don't think that this technological advancement, Chat GPT and whatever AIs will come in the future, don't think they're just amazing and they're just there to help you and they don't have any negative implication in your life. You have to be well aware and you have to use, just like how we use social media, right? We can still use it, but we need to be more deliberate about it. We need to be more open and not use them way too much and not be dependent on them, right? That is an important word. When we get dependent on something, especially this example that I'm giving you with ChatGPT, then that will hurt you. So just open your eyes, man. I mean, let me know what else you think. What negative implications do you think this has on our future? On the future of learning, on the future of our mental health, on how lazy we'll become as a society, or how even more lazier we'll become. Because as I said, with Google, you can argue that also made us lazy because now everything is quick, everything is easy. And this is a step even further, right? Because now we don't even need to click on a few links because Google's a search engine. This thing is not a search engine. It's basically your virtual assistant that will solve everything for you, almost everything. So that is why I think it's scary. And it's even a step further than Google, which with Google, you can even have some self-thinking, critical thinking, analyze some things. With this, it's just ask a question, answers it, and with such detail. It's not like Siri or these chatbots or things that we had in the past, like voice assistants that we had. This is just on a deeper level. So try it out if you haven't. It's an interesting thing. But yeah, just keep your eyes open, bro. That is all I want. I hope this video helped you. I hope it opened your eyes to what's coming. Click down below. There's a Discord that I'm in of other young men leveling up. We're growing together as a community. There's almost 350 people, 350 young men leveling up together. I want to see you there. I want to see you there participating, helping the boys. They'll help you back. It's an amazing community. So again, bro, I'll see you next time. Peace.